legends, James here from GAMAFLARE, and round 5 of the V8 Winter Series brought us to one of the most iconic circuits in sim racing, Bathurst, a track where commitment is rewarded, mistakes are punished, and surviving all 23 laps is never guaranteed. As the race unfolded, consistency and staying out of trouble became just as important as outright pace. On the restart, Fox spun, exiting Hell Corner, while later in the race, Valk's charge came to an unfortunate end after finding the wall at Sky.
And unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to just cut that short right there because basically we have the wrong James intro, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome aboard to what is round 7 at Oran Park, ladies and gentlemen, here for the SCNZ 2026 V8 Supercar Winter Series. I'm Davo, J-Man, always by my side. How are you doing, my friend?
Yeah, good, Davo. Good to be here. Welcome aboard, viewers. Looking forward to tonight in Oran Park. Great fixture, steeped in history. Davo, you and I having a little bit of a chat off of the live show, and just debating about this place and all its history. And look, fantastic little race circuit here tonight.
It is,
and this one's going to bode well. 2.61 kilometres, 12 turns. Pretty sure that everybody on this side and the other side of the Tasman are fully aware of what sort of place this is. It's about a 67 second lap in a supercar. And look, tonight with north of 25 to maybe 27 plus cars out there, I tell you what, real estate is going to be an absolute premium come qualifying, plus the race as well, which I think we are definitely probably heading into quali if we're not already there. I think we are in there. So
I think we are.
Quick wrap up on the situation tonight, Dave. Obviously, qualifying 15 minutes available. However, only 2 flying laps available for the drivers out there. So whether they go at the start of the session or the end is completely their call. Very, very tight pit entry here tonight, so they'll just have to be aware of that. And on exit comes out pretty much right at that first kink there through turn 1 before they head down to Coca-Cola turn 2. But 2 races on the format for tonight, viewers, and look, the first one will be a quick fire, very quick fire. Pits will be open at 10 minutes. They only have 10 minutes to get that compulsory pit tyre stop done, and then we'll invert the top 10 for race 2, Davo, and go for a 30-minute with a CPS also. Looking forward to this one, mate. Absolutely.
Oh, for sure. Like, look, you've mentioned all of the key points there, J-Man. Very famous track in Australian touring car history here at Oran Park before they decided to bulldoze it and put housing on it.
Let's not go there.
What a crime! But
Yeah.
but look, the Gen 3 V8 supercars obviously never got to make a showing here. But I think, like, what have we got? Nearly 30 cars out on track, I think, on the list there tonight. Around a place so short like Oran Park, there it will, like you said, real estate will be at a premium. Pun intended. And it's going to be exciting. It's going to be well exciting. Very crazy high average speed track, undulating, huge for such a short track, huge elevation changes, J-Man, and some very challenging, not only braking areas, but exit points, as we just watched Leonard actually get out of the final corner. That one in particular, J-Man, very hard up against the wall there. And look, you could probably give us a little bit of an insight on what the driver brief was like, actually, from the race stewards there. And I'm sure they outlined some details around that pit entry situation.
Yeah, a little bit of specifics around the pit lane situation tonight. Obviously, you know, the entry is effectively on the race line, so asking the drivers to maybe map a button, or look, the exception of a VC there tonight, maybe across the airways if somebody's right up their clacker, and just sort of say, hey, I'm going in, just be careful, or just a quick message, but either maybe a button mapped, but and then also a little stern warning on exit for the cars coming through on a hot lap. You must leave a car width down into turn 1, turn 2 there, as they come out. So just the team do a fantastic job, and look, in all due respect, the drivers, we've been here for a little bit now. We've obviously covered off everything this season and been here last season as well, and I think the standards are very, very high, and there's a lot of respect out there. However, the competition is fierce. I mean, we saw a great battle last week, and I mean, unfortunately, we didn't hear from James, but I'm pretty sure he would have echoed that we had a fantastic performance from Rehan Leonage, and the other Phoenix drivers also performed beautifully as well. So it was a great round at Chicago, and as much as I think James maybe is still actually up on the mountain, so we can forgive him.
Well, maybe that's exactly what we can forgive him, J-Man, and why wouldn't you want to be? Absolutely right. But look, here we are tonight, and look, a lot of our conversation so far is sort of surrounded the pit lane and pit exit, and obviously the history of the track. But it is a thing, isn't it, J-Man? I mean, look, I admitted it actually before we went to air. I said, look, I've been bagging the US street circuits about the pit entry and exit situation. But I mean, when these guys have got very little real estate to deal with, like we have here at Oran Park, I mean, it's just a thing. It's like you just don't have these big long straights, start-finish straights areas to, really put that infrastructure in here, as we just, I think, pick up on one of the cars, or a few of the cars there, just sneaking into the pit lane. You can see how awkward it is. Even after you've got the car down to speed, it is a very tricky pit lane. So, yes, interesting stuff, J-Man.
Qualifying looking good. Rehan, no surprises. He was super speedy in official practice. Has gone to the top on a 106.3, 106.4 for Brownie. Hugh Jensen Bay to the mix on a 6.6.
Wow.
Russell Pepperell on his second lap did a nice job there to put himself in there on a 106.7. Just actually knocked Steve Banks down one. And Dutch is actually out there, and he is on a flyer right now. So, and looking pretty handy through the lap as well. Stefan Adams out there, Terry Russell, Mackenzie, Trent Bennett. There actually is still a number of guys out there pumping the laps. So looked like everybody was out there pretty early. However, one I have picked up on is Mandela Pluck, still very much a brake and tyre warming phase before he goes full attack, Davo.
Well, look, I've got to say, Mandela, unfortunately, has had some tricky situations in the past couple of weeks, and that will not be helping his cause. Let's just bear with us for a moment, J-Man, and the viewers. welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Clearly the hamsters went on a tea break there, or a break for something. So, and shut stuff down. But we are back, ladies and gentlemen, and we are back with only about 3.5 minutes to go as the cameras focus on Phil and Toon. But J-Man was just talking about Mandela Pluck a little bit late to the qualifying party, and now we just see him actually just rolling into the pit lane just quickly there as well. And I was going on to say that Mandela, with a tough couple of rounds the last couple of weeks, and has struggled a little bit, just sort of got caught up in other people's problems, and just really not the best results. So a little bit gun shy for Mandela Pluck maybe this week. Oran Park, an ominous place to be throwing around a GEN3 V8 supercar, but gets a time in. He does get a time in, J-Man. Where did he land?
Yeah, he's nice. He's fallen P7, so stellar job from Mandela.
Nice work.
Given himself a great opportunity here for race one, and obviously with a good strategy and good execution, likely going to stay inside that 10.
Absolutely.
And that's critical for race two with an inverted top 10.
Absolutely. J-Man, as we see Noah Kitcher just roll in the pits, the last car actually on the circuit. This will give us a quick chance, J-Man, to just have a quick look at the points, but we will run through the top 10 in qualifying. Leonage, Bade, Brown, Russell Pepperell, Banks, Mackenzie, Mandela Pluck. We were just talking about Andrew Dutch, Michael Gunstone, and Noah Kitcher there just rolling into the pit lane. J-Man, what do the top 20 points look like? There is some battles there going on.
Yeah, 100%. And look, there's no secret that Rayhan's still up on the top there, 1,420 points over Jensen Bade, Will Brown. So very much good 888 Phoenix slash GAMAFLARE thing going on at the pointy end, and Russell Pepperell is leading the charge from the rest there over Kitcher, Gunstone, Andrew Dutch. You talked about Mandela Pluck there. He's still in this thing inside the 10 over Scotty McKenzie and Dylan Radford. So, but when I look down that order through to the 20, Banks, Burgess, Greenhall, Ridley Turner, Heath Martin, Leon Fox, Parlett, McNamara, Monroe, and Jordan Moss making the 20. I tell you what, Stephen Banks is raced good enough already this season to be inside the 10. So a little bit of a rub of the green there, here and there for some of these drivers. Could certainly shake that one up. Back on the sprint format, Davo. Plenty of opportunity to have two bites at the cherry here tonight. And look, if it doesn't quite go as good as you'd like, first one, you've got time in the second one to make amends. However, that inverted 10 certainly spices things up, and it could get pretty busy through the first couple of laps, Davo.
We know it. We know it. We've seen it time and time again throughout the season so far. But we will see the boys soon enough get their cars.
This rig is amazing. Best setup ever.
Grid.
I love it.
think
we
we are starting to see a grid populate as we speak. There, ladies and gentlemen, yes, we are round 7 tonight at Oran Park Raceway, a classic Aussie track here before we go through to Detroit Grand Prix, the Belle Isle circuit, which we have visited multiple times already over the past seasons. Always spectacular to watch, and we'll be looking forward to that one next week, J-Man, in the Supercars NZ 2026 V8 Supercar Winter Series. Thank you for you all are joining us once again. Thank you, GAMAFLARE, and all ports and all our sponsors. And yes, welcome aboard to all our Matchfit viewers and Sky 83 viewers as well, watching us there on a Saturday afternoon. Awesome stuff.
Yeah, so just one report out of qualifying. So car 64, that's Heath Parlett. Unfortunately, must have had a little bit of something go on there, and he has got a pit lane start for this one. So outside of that, everyone else had a relatively clean quali, and I'll hand the race start back over to you, Davo.
Well, we are going to see lights up any moment now. Full grid, 26 plus drivers. You can see a position missing there. That will be the, who was it? Parlett, J-Man.
Have we got it up, Davo?
Starting from the pit lane. Lights are up. Lights are up. Lights are
green, green, green.
Gonna go green right now, ladies and gentlemen.
Good start for Rayhan.
Banks,
Covered it off straight away.
And Banks, J-Man, gets a position straight away. Bade over Pepperell too, by the looks of it, as we just see him squeeze through there. You can see in the background, Dutch side by side as well. Plenty of action going on in the background. Plucks in there. Tucked in behind Kitcher. He's got DeGraaf to think about. Oh, Turner. That's Trent Bennett sneaking past Turner there. No love lost in the back of the pack here. Look at them side by side as they come out over the bridge and down the hill. Good, clean start here for a place like Oran Park, J-Man, I must say.
Yeah, look, first time through over the dogleg, the O'Brien dogleg, but skatey, and even searching for front and rear grip out of turn 12 there, the Recaro corner, and they get a great opportunity as they come out of there. He who gets the better exit has a good chance to run down into the sweeper through turn 1. We can see it now. They're starting to line up. Some attacks being made, and that's Mandela Pluck, and I believe that's Dion DeGraaf side by side, Davo, once again. So they've pressed on into lap 2.
Pluck looks like he's got him here, J-Man. Or has he? So that might have been actually DeGraaf on Pluck there. Not quite making it stick. No surprise. Tricky stuff here. There is not a lot of straight track here at Owen Park, and these laps will go by quickly. As we just watched Leonards there with a great gap. Back to Brown and Bade and Pepperell there. As they come across the top of the hill. Who's that off track there? That's Gunston.
Yeah.
Lucky to keep it. Oh, it gets the big wheel across the top of the hill thanks to the GAMAFLARE instant replay there. Lucky to pull that thing up and keep it off the tyre wall. Out the marbles, but gets it done.
Yeah, he did a good job of rescuing that. That could have been a big one.
Oh,
and I'll tell you what, Rayhan, check it out. It's got the luxury of the fresh air and good car pace at the moment. But Will Brown, Jensen Bade, they are bumper to bumper. The GAMAFLARE car right on the back of the 888 Phoenix racing car, and that is a good battle. We saw how quick Bade was in qualifying. He certainly was matching Rayhan's times earlier in the piece. And here we go, half a chance there as Will Brown gets a little sideways over the... Actually, that was actually coming through Momo corner there. He just lost the rear a little bit.
Yeah. Very close stuff as we just got out of the rear wing of Will Brown's car. There you can see Bade looking for the move there.
Oh, look at this. Who's this? This is Mandela Pluck with Michael Gunstone down the front straight. He's going to get it down to the inside into the sweeper. Going to get the right to just leave Gunstone a little bit higher wide, and that's going to invite Dion de Graaf to have a big look down to 2. Has to tuck back in line. Maybe have another shot next lap.
Gunstone through there with Pluck, was it? Or was that...
no, Mandela plucked through on Gunstone.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Let's get a replay on that one. Thank you, GAMAFLARE. Instant replay, here we go. So nice work from Plucky there. Over Gunstone. Now look at the
so obviously didn't get the best start. Yeah, obviously Mandela didn't get the best start because he did qualify up in 7th and he's still a couple of spots down now. So it's something we might have missed off the start, but he certainly went backwards pretty quickly, but he's working his way back forward. Noah Kitchell will be the next one on the list, and just looking at the lap times, 106.3, that's qualifying pace for Rayhan at the moment. Backed it up to the 106.7 last lap. The rest of the field pretty much in the 107s or 108s, respectfully as well. So Bade through on Brownie. I missed that. Sorry, Davo, but that would have been somewhere in the last lap or so. And he's got Russell Pepperell on him now. So Bade looked ambitious, like he wanted to move forward and go chase down Rayhan, and he's got that part of the puzzle unlocked already.
Picking up on that Bade pass, that is a great pass there. I would have been interested to see what led to that. I think Brownie might have just looked a little bit loose, maybe through 1 or 2, because it was down after the bridge there into 3 that he made the move. And the only way you're going to get that done around a place like Oran is with a mistake, J-Man. So interesting stuff, but nice work on Bade to take advantage, J-Man. And look, and like you mentioned, we knew Bade had the pace in pre-race. He immediately now passed Brown, has moved away. Ooh, very deep though, actually. Just looking at that.
Yeah, pushing hard, pushing really, really hard.
Now Pepperell, you can see Pepperell in the background.
Pepperell was actually coming with, and then Stephen Banks, he looked racy in official practice as well. So good to see him up there, top 5 at the moment. Scotty McKenzie, Andrew Dutch there. Oh, Dutch super sideways over the Yokohama Bridge that time through, wrestling the big supercar across the bridge.
So just look at the totem, the tower, leaderboard tower there, ladies and gentlemen. You can see the gains and losses as we just stay on Dutch here. Sneaks past McKenzie after McKenzie makes a little bit of a slip up there. Easily done out of the left-hander there as it rolls off camber. But you can see the top 6 up until that position change had not changed up until then. So now Dutch past McKenzie. McKenzie down 1, Dutchy up a couple. So nice work.
Cast your eyes back to Noah Kitchen, Mandela Pluck, Gunstone de Graaf, and Trent Bennett joined in that party as well. I'll tell you what, that pack has bunched up really, really quickly. I had eyes actually on who was it? It was actually de Graaf. Yeah, so de Graaf was searching for the last 2 laps on Gunstone. Hasn't been able to unlock that one there, but I'll tell you what,
Gunstone,
it could be 1 or 2 or more positions lost if you get it wrong in a pack this size.
Absolutely. Gunstone already down a position on his qualifying. Pluck also down a couple, like you mentioned, J-Man. Probably a little bit of a snaggy start to the race there, getting muscled out the first lap or 2. Easily done again, and like we say, real estate is at a premium on a track like Oran Park, J-Man, and it's crazy stuff as they come down into 1 there, off the end of the pit wall. Nice camera shots there from the crew, under the bridge. Yokohama Bridge down to this right-hander here. Gunston still under pressure. He's got Plucky in front of him. He's got de Graaf peppering the back of the car.
And good battles right throughout the field. Stefan Adams putting a move on Brad Robinson just as I just cast my eye back to them as well. So that's been going on for a minute. And Stefan will be happy with that pass, gets it done. That's a nice little hotspot there, Davo, actually, out of Cola, getting the run and then heading into turn 3 shell corner and then getting it done before champion and heading up over the bridge. So good work there from the boys. They are certainly hard at it, but yeah, back to you, Davo. Mandela, De Graaf and Gunstone is definitely on.
Well,
that one's building.
Just look at that pack of cars there. It just continues to come through and across the start-finish line there. A very close field. No surprise around a track like Oran Park here.
Yeah, and 30 seconds away from pit lane being open, you watch for somebody. If he can't get it done before the lane opens, you watch for Dion De Graaf to maybe dive to that pit lane. If he doesn't get it done and he comes to that control line, maybe after that lane is open, I reckon 10 seconds, he's going to dive in, get out of traffic, and maybe, get out of Dodge and look for the undercut here. We've seen it work with great effect in races gone by. See, we are back into the sprint format, and we do like this configuration, Davo. There you go, Gunstone calls it early across the mic, making sure that De Graaf knows what he's doing. So you're going to see Michael Gunstone peel off to the right here. It is on the racing line. De Graaf will just get out of the wheel tracks. Just get out of the wheel tracks and head on down. And the pit lane is alive. We have got Dutch, McKenzie, Gunstone, Callahan, Greenhall, just to name the first batch that are coming through to make this compulsory. And a little bit of a tickle up there from the Misfits car of Trent Bennett on Dion De Graaf into turn 2.
Yeah. Oh, look, and we're just looking at the Misfits cars and one of the other SimBlacks cars actually coming to the pit lane and getting a bit of a tickle up as well. So there's plenty going on. J-Man.
Hey, just a shout out as well. I just want to pay homage to Rehan out there in the front at the moment. I'm paying a close eye to the consistency of this young driver that just turns up week in, week out, puts on a fantastic performance. The back-to-backing of the 106.8s is truly impressive. Like we've seen him go in there on a 6.3, coming into the lane now is Rehan. Get this done. Tags the wall on the way in too. A little bit of an uncharacteristic mistake there.
Is that Brown in behind as well? And Banks, here you go. So here comes the players. Yeah. Oh, look at the De Graaf comes in hot, J-Man.
Oh, that was real hot. That was fire.
Oh dear. So plenty of feeling out there. Look at this. The little pit lane opens up. We get that first phase of cars through, and here is the pointy end of the field now coming through and in and out of the pit lane quite smartly there. Leonage. Over, I think that's Brown still tucked in behind him, but definitely comes out in fresh air. Remembering Bade and Pepperell haven't pitted yet, so let's just pick up on Bade here, man.
Yeah, was just watching Bade, and he's coming in the lane now as well. So only a lap later, and Pepperell joins them, both with really clean entries, actually. So.
And that is to be noted, too, after the little bit of soup that we saw earlier here. I tell ya, here we go. Mandela Pluck.
10.5 for Rayan. Sees a 45-1 outright, so he's about 34 odd seconds back down the road. So look for Rayan to maybe just carry on, come out, take control of this one quite easily. Oh, Kitcher on the radio. Not sure if you saw anything there, Davo, but
no, nothing actually. I'm not getting any Kitcher information.
Bade, very, very quick through the pit stop, has certainly closed that margin down now. It's a 2.5 second gap from him to Rehan now. So he had a very healthy stop, somewhere in the vicinity of about 8.2-ish versus the 10.5 for Rehan. So certainly bought himself a couple of seconds in the lane, and no secret that Brownie and Pepperell right there still in touch as well.
So Dylan Radford currently leading this race, the heat race here, round 7 in the SCNZ 2026 V8 Supercar Winter Series at Oran Park. Over Ryan Dylan Radford yet to pit, mind you, ladies and gentlemen. So I think only him and maybe Phil Antoon still yet to pit. So Ryan clearly leading this race over Jetson Bade. Let's get over the rear wing of Ryan's car there. That is out of position. Who is that actually?
Sorry, David, just a little interruption there. So car 20, Dion de Graaf, inside the next 2.61 kilometres, needs to readdress to car, I think it was 97, so Noah Ketcher. And that has been done.
There you go. So these guys sorting it out very slowly on the track. That was Jesse Simpson's car that I should have known, but I do know that car pretty well. So the Pepsi Max car there. So Dion de Graaf has let Kitcher pass. Kitcher looking a little bit snaggy over the hill there, J-Man, over the dog leg, and probably maybe feels like he doesn't have the pace to be in front of Dion, so allows him pass, as he does one of the
Misfits cars
as well. So interesting.
Oh,
Dion
de Graaf too deep for turn 2.
Way too deep. He's lost a couple of positions there.
One eye on the TTR car, Russell Pepperell, really putting pressure on Will Brown.
So let Trent Bennett go. Let Noah Kitcher back through. Now he's under pressure from Callahan and Ridley Turner.
Because this is a podium, Davo, this little battle I'm referring to between Pepperell and...
It is, isn't it?
Well, Radford's in the lane. These guys will round him up this lap. And it is on.
Pepperell, Brown, J-Man.
Work to do.
Pepperell, we saw him not qualify, not really perform in the last week or so.
He's got the ability. We've seen it before.
We do know that. The pace is there. Given the right preparation on the right circuit. Pepperell, very much. Looks like he's got Brown's measure. Chevy over the Ford Mustang here. And Will Brown down the hill. Brown very sideways. Tricky circuit. Look at the elevation change. There's no respite here. Constant cornering. Banks in the background, Dutchy in the background, J-Man McKenzie has been performing well over the last few weeks. Currently holding down 7th position, only 1 down on his qualifying. Then Gunstone and Toon J-Man in 9th in the top 10. Awesome work, Blake Greenhall as well in that, holding down that top 10 position. J-Man, which pretty much gives him the pole position for the next race. If we just stop it right now, and look, it is not that far away. A couple of minutes, J-Man.
Not quite. Antoon's unstopped at this point. He's got basically a minute 50 to get in and out of the lane, Davo. He's out there on a long program for his first race. So Antoon up 17 spots. You're likely going to see that tumble late in the piece here. I'd expect that car in this lap.
Pepperell taking a bit of the infield on the dog leg there. Maybe a little unsighted under Brown.
Ooh.
Under the rear wing of Brown's car there. Then we have Banks and Dutchy there as well. Only a couple of minutes left to run, or less than. It's only like a little over a minute to run, actually. I wouldn't expect to see that top 6 or 7, or actually the top 10, other than Antoon dropping into the pit lane there, which would put Gunstone. Just that Kitcher in 11s, just doing a bit of a dodge and a weave. The start finish straight there. But Greenhall, J-Man, looking like he might start the heat race here from the front row, top spot, and Greenhall, given his recent form. Look, that could do. He could take that home, I reckon. Rian gets across the line. Gets across the line there to force the extra lap. As we see the boys running through.
So I think Brownie has done enough defending off Russell Pepperell. Stephen Banks still got a lot of Andrew Dutch in the mirror with this final lap to remain. And in comes Scotty McKenzie, Michael Gunstone. He's had a great race to defend very, very hard for De Graaf early on the piece. Blake Greenhall has had a good run as well. You mentioned he's up another one. So he goes P9. Trent Bennett now P10 by my calculations, Davo, so that would put those boys on the front row for the next one. And what could it, should it maybe have been for Noah Kitcher? And I tell you what, he's just going to see himself starting just outside the 10 for the next one. And it's a daunting prospect of how busy it gets. But hey, look, the opportunity to follow the likes of Rayhan, Jensen Baden Co. in the start of the next one. So it's a nice little carrot. So it's not all lost.
Menza Kenzie across in 7th. J-Man.
Yep. So Rayhan takes the sweeps over Bade, Brown, Pepperell, Banks, Dutch, McKenzie, Gunstone, Greenhall, Kitcher.
What happened there?
Yeah, something's happened there. Trent Bennett's gone backwards.
That's what it was. Actually, it was Bennett going backwards there as shuffled the grid. Only marginally putting Kitcher and Greenhall on the front row for the second and feature race here in the SCNZ. This is round 7, ladies and gentlemen, here at Oran Park in the SCNZ 2026 V8 Supercars Winter Series, proudly brought to you by the great people at, well, GAMAFLARE for starters, all ports as well, the SIMRACING hub, and obviously, you know, all you legends here catching up with us on Matchfit Entertainment on YouTube and Sky 83 Face TV. Thank you all of our viewers, ladies and gentlemen. We are gonna get to, well, it is it's a little bit of an intermission here.
Bit to unpack in the intermission tonight, I understand, David.
Look,
bit of exciting stuff going on.
Well, there's a couple of little bits and bobs, and so we're just going to get straight onto it. We are going to just quickly mention, obviously, the next Matchfit event, just quietly, which will be the Suzuka Sundown 450. That is still maybe a couple of months away. So sign up for that. Exciting stuff going on there. Obviously, all the usual jazz, good prize monies, trophies, merch, and the like, and a bloody cracking race to boot as well. Streamed live to Sky 83 on the day. Also, we have the V8 Supercars Simblacks 2026 Simblacks Triple Crown. You guys really need to get up and sign up. They've had actually excellent entries so far. So we're not encouraging you to like support them or anything. You want to get in there quickly because spots are filling up quickly. 16th of August at the Bend, 6th of September at Bathurst, and the 20th of September at Sandown. Awesome stuff. Streamed live on the YouTubes and to Sky 83 as well on a Sunday by Matchfit Entertainment. So you want to get amongst that, ladies and gentlemen. Also, if you don't already know, we do Supercars NZ 2026 Sim Blacks Porsche Cups on a Wednesday night. And if you want to sign up with that, you better get on your bike. Well, what you better get onto is the SIMRACING the SIMRACING Hub, ladies and gentlemen, because you can sign up for all of this stuff and more if you sign up to the SIMRACING Hub, because you can also sign up to the Get a Sim competition. We've already given away one of these awesome bits of kit, ladies and gentlemen. Scan that QR code right there, and if you're not quick enough, you're going to have to pause it and get amongst that. And yes, thank you GAMAFLARE, Sim Blacks, Mozza, Supercars NZ, Matchfit Entertainment, everybody involved that is bringing that competition free to enter. And you must, if you want to be competing in the next Supercars NZ event, no matter whether it's V8s or the Porsche Cups, you must get yourself that rig so you can be driving in style, ladies and gentlemen. And to do that, you've got to get the SIMRACING Hub phone app and sign up via that, because if you do get into the SIMRACING Hub app, you get a chance to win this. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to give stuff away just to the people that have already signed up. Here you go. We're going to spin a bloody wheel, J-Man, for everybody so far. I think this month has signed up to the app. There's over 160 people on that list. It looks like... can you see your name there, ladies and gentlemen? If you have signed up to the SIMRACING Hub app in the last few weeks, your name is on that list, and we are going to spin it right now, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to give 150 iRacing credits away right now, ladies and gentlemen. So
Click the button.
Hey, how good is
Click
that?
the button.
Click at the button. Click at the button. Okay, clicking the button, J-Man. Holding the breath. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Who is going to be the winner for... Here we go, 150 iRacing credits just for signing up to the SIMRACING Hub app. Ladies and gentlemen, Mark Paneras. Awesome stuff, and congratulations, Mark. You are a legend for supporting Supercars NZ, Matchfit Entertainment, GAMAFLARE, and the like by signing up to the SIMRACING Hub app, and you have just won yourself $150 in iRacing credits, and our people will be in touch with your people soon enough. You're a legend, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. See, that's all you got to do. All you got to do is sign up to this stuff that I keep banging on about, and you too can win prizes, J-Man.
Yep,
What
absolutely.
better reason do we need?
Yep. Congrats, Mark Paneras. Well done. And yeah, if you haven't already, get amongst it. Now, we do have a populating grid, so no time like the present to get back into the racing. It is a reverse. It's an inverted 10, so that does see Noah Kitcher, Blake Greenhall on the front row over Gunstone, McKenzie, Dutch Banks, Pepperell Brown, and Bade Leonards being the final two in that inverted 10. De Graaf, Bennett. Oh, they were so close, Davo. But here we go. Once again, we've got a little bit more time on the clock for this one. This is a 30-minute, so pit opens at 10 minutes, and they'll get into it. Lights are up.
Lights are up, ladies and gentlemen. Buckle up.
Green flag, green flag.
Good start, Galston. Awful start there from Greenhall, should I say. Lost a couple of positions immediately. As you look in the background there, that's Bade and Brown and Rian Leonage jostling for position. Pepperell obviously finishing behind those guys in the heat race, is in front of that little pack of cars there. A lot of action going on, a lot of movement in the field, J-Man.
And that's the graph up beside Bade. They're going to try and go over the Yokohama Bridge side by side.
And they're going to do
and
it.
More.
De Graaf's not holding back here, like up, actually overlap with Banks there as they roll down the hill there. Bade is not letting this go. Wow.
Well, I think he may have got it done.
He might have just got it done.
Yeah.
It was the elbows out style of overtake there. J-Man, good close stuff there. As you can see, the field filing on through nicely as they come across the start finish line for lap 1 in the heat race of the SCNZ 2026 V8 Supercars Winter Series. We're in 7 here at Oran Park. And Jordan Moss on the screen now, currently in 21st. J-Man, Andrew Dutch just sneaking past Michael Belstone there in the background.
Yeah, I did see that. So nice little move there. Opportunity for Dutchy to try and chase down Noah Kitcher. And Kitcher got a nice jump away in the start of this one. And it's looking to make big from it. And Pepperell with a nice getaway as well. So he's tucked up in behind Scotty McKenzie. And it just gets busier from there back. Greenhall, Brown, Leonage, and they are charging too as well.
Yeah. Okay, so we're getting over the front of Pepperell's car here, of the roof cam there, but we'll just flick back. That is Blake Greenhall in the background. Actually, just to sneak back to Blake Greenhall's rear look and get a load of this. Oh, it's on. Holds Brown to the outside. Brown immediately cross.
Oh,
that's
Banks
Leonage.
into the fence.
Banks. Whoa. That was massive.
That was a
Leonage
big hit
through there. Just as we just stay on that, we will actually try and pick up on that Banks incident there.
Yeah, it's broken a right rear axle on that one. He's not going to go anywhere in a hurry.
Whoa. We're just gonna get there. We're gonna get the camera. Trying to get back that is not it. Let us do us a quick sticky little rewind.
Sorry, Dave. Safety car, mate. Safety car is being enabled.
I think there was a couple of other things that were going on in the background as well while that was going on. Here we go. Here is the Banks issue there. Bit of a tag. Might have been from Mr. Bade here. And
just trying to switch from the left to the right before they got down there to Shell Corner, turn 3, and just may have rubbed the front across the back, and that was all she wrote. And that is basically the catalyst for what we see now. Safety car, Noah Kitcher will be the lead car. It is still 5.5 minutes away from seeing the pit lane entry, so there's no free kick under yellow here for any of the drivers as far as getting rid of that tyre stop. And we'll just see the drivers fanning out as they organise themselves, coming off a full race pace down to...
safety car pace there.
Yeah, Kitcher just trying to catch up to the Mercedes there. And Stewards will take control of this field and it'll give us a chance to unpack what we're looking at here. Now, Kitcher over Dutch. We saw that move on Gunstone. And then McKenzie, Pepperell, Brown, Leonard, Greenhall, DeGraaf, Bade. Now, Bade potentially could be in a spot of trouble here.
I tend to think it may be J-Man, but like you said, it's like an easy mistake to make. Obviously, you know, trying to flip from one side to the other. Banksy, you know, clearly trying to cover as well. Easy mistake to make.
And there's a witness mark on the front left fender of Bade's car. Yeah,
very much is so. And I think there's a bigger witness mark on Banks's car, to be honest. We won't go into that. Is it too early? Too early. Oh, thank you for the comment as well. It's too Ryan. Yes, for the Banksy fans, I tell ya. Yes.
Yeah. Well, that came a lot earlier, so you've just seen it, and I tell you what, he'll be fired up at the moment from what he just saw if he's a Banksy supporter. But hey, great opportunity here for Mandela Pluck once again. He's in the thick of it, in the top 10 as well. So very intrigued by the Brown Leonard fight. We know how well these guys play. Sorry, mate, just listening to race control. Race control has just notified us the safety car will be peeling off this lap, so we'll go green again.
Okay, so current positions: Kitcher, Noah Kitcher holding down first position, 3 positions up from starting is Andrew Dutch right behind him, Michael Gunstone, Scott McKenzie, Russell Pepperell ran at 5, Will Brown, Rian Leonage, Blake Greenhall, Leon DeGraaf and Jensen Bade, the man in question after the Banks incident, but we're getting nothing across the airwaves there. Quite a bit of racing incident there. Jensen holding down that top 10. Mandela Pluck right behind. But remembering, we are under safety. This is a packed and bunched field here. We are about to start this race again right now, ladies and gentlemen. What, 7.5 minutes?
Ready to go at the lane.
8 minutes in of a 30-minute race. Safety car is in. Let's look out of the back. Kitcher's car.
Good getaway from Kitcher, Davo.
Got an awesome getaway actually, J-Man, and as did Dutchy Chase as well. He's left Gunston, and then McKenzie is the one with all the pressure actually at the moment. So the top 3 have actually got a little bit of a gap behind him. But look out of it. We just get over the rear wing of the McKenzie car here. Pepperell, Brown, Leonard, DeGraaf, Greenhall. And then Bade again, like all the fast guys. Plucky's in there, J-Man.
Yep. Look for a move here. Jensen Bade looks for the drive traction up over the Yokohama Bridge. Can he get it? Some overlap? No, he can't. Greenhall shuts it down. And the clock is ticking, 1:20 seconds before you see the lane open. So no matter what, this field is going to go through one more lap before we see any sort of movement. But you can bet that the likes of Brownie, Leonard, even Pepperell will want to just get out of this pack and just try and buy themselves some fresh air.
Pepperell and McKenzie there. They're playing a pretty safe game at the moment.
Oh, there's a car off of turn 12. Heavy into the fence. I'm not sure who it was. I think maybe...
Leonard, very wide through the kink at 1 there. Nearly put the thing in the sand, J-Man. What do you got there?
Terry Russell with a big moment off of turn 12. I'm not sure. It looks... He may have kept it off everything, Davo.
So all we've got... This is all the camera guys are giving me here is Russell re-entering. So, oh, here we go. They give me an update. Here we go. Oh, there it is. Unforced. Just gets on the loud pedal. Does a couple of donuts he's back on. Thank you for the GAMAFLARE replay, boys. What do you got
Car
on
40,
J-Man?
car 44, Davo, drive-through penalty. So that's Jensen Bade.
Oh, there you go. There you go. And we sort of expected that as we just see Pepperell.
Oh.
Pepperell come in.
And there's no front clip on the front of Brownie's car. Did he hit Pepperell there?
Oh no, he hit the wall and he hit it hard. And wow.
So Kitcher holds off Dutch for the meantime over Gunstone, holding off Scotty McKenzie. Rayhan is effectively allowed through on, I think that was, I wanted to say Brownie because he's been and made his pit stop.
So Bade, I think Bade's done his CPS, J-Man, or are they forced to do one? So Bade's got a drive-through, has he? Is it a drive-through? So Bade, yeah, okay, we've still got a black flag, as you can see there, viewers, on the timing. So tough stuff for Bade there.
So 017 is Stephen Banks has to readdress with, who was that?
Banks?
Car 3? That would be, I think that would be full end 2.
Okay, so Banks has made a mistake after that massive accident that he's had.
Oh, look at this pit exit. It is busy as that. That's Gunstone out ahead of Leonardo and Pepperell. And Leonardo down the inside of Gunstone into turn 2. That just got busy down there. Post pit stops, Davo.
So let's just have a sneaky peek on that. Leonardo past Gunston there. Gets the advantage through the kink, gets it done in the braking area there. Wants to stay in touch with Pepperell here, clearly, my friend. And look, Leonardo will easily have Pepperell's measure here, I would suspect. J-Man.
Yeah, well, 17 odd minutes to get to work. And I tell you what, Will Brown going to take this opportunity with both hands. First of the pit stoppers by my calculation, Davo, excuse me. And he will press on, or actually, hang on a second. Is Kitcher? No, Kitcher comes outside beside, but Brown gets that job done. So that is effectively passed for the lead of the race. Post pit stops. Will Brown seizes the opportunity, puts Kitcher and Pepperell in between himself and Rayhan. Gunstone and De Graaf in the back of shot still going at it as well. Davo, man, that's been a good fight tonight.
It has,
those two.
It has. You just see Dutch sneak into the pit lane.
Well, recovering Dylan Radford down at turn 12. Not sure what's happened there, Davo, if there's any pickup. But can see Andrew Dutch, 87, with a black flag in pit lane. Is that track limits, Davo? What is that? I didn't hear anything at all through race control. And Dutchy with a black flag there. Ridley Turner got the meatball.
So we're just picking up on Ridley Turner. Dylan Radford past Ridley Turner. I think Ridley Turner has just have a look at this car here, J-Man, on the replay. Thank you, GAMAFLARE. The instant replays here. Ridley Turner dragging that very smoky Gen3
Right.
Mustang into the pit lane.
Expired.
So we've got an expired Mustang. And Terry Russell continues on. What do we have, J-Man? We have
Leonardo Pepperell.
Scott McKenzie leading the way over Radford. Jordan Moss now in the pit lane, I think. Russell Brown, Kitcher, Pepperol, and Leonard, like you mentioned. And let's just get a sneaky peek over the rear wing of Russell Pepperol's Chevy here, because man, that SCNZ GAMAFLARE car tucked up underneath that wheel, man, there's plenty of talent behind that wheel. And Pepperol will want to have his A game on J-Man here for the next 15 odd minutes. Oh, Leonard.
A big dive down to 3.
Just
gets it in there.
Just gets it done.
Pepperell's not going to let this one up. If they have rights here on the inside of 4, Henry Hahn wide out before they go over the Yokohama Bridge, and he does that. Beautiful defence, read that. So Rayhan will have to get back to work on that one, and it just buys Kitcher a little bit of real estate. And in the back of shot, I can see DeGraff and Gunstone still very much full attack mode as well. So good to see the SCR car and the Simblacks car still battling.
Definitely.
Almost like rinse and repeat from race 1. And Mandela Pluck right on the back of Blake Greenhall as well, trying to set up a move for turn 12.
Oh, he gets it on the inside. Here we go. Well done, Mandela Pluck. He pushes the envelope.
And he closes the door straight away, full defence.
There was no mucking around there, was he? He absolutely closed the door there on him. So
it's a bit of an invitation to have some draft.
Gutstone to Graf. Leonard, Pepperell, here we go.
Leonard again, Pepperell.
And now that's Kitcher. That's Kitcher just in front of him here. Get over the rear wing of Kitcher's car. That's Pepperell. Pepperell's out wide this time. He's lost that.
And he gasses it up on the exit of 3 to 4 up over the bridge. So that was a role reversal. Rohan looked for the other way the lap before. He got it done this time, but it was by way of a little bit of a mistake as we see Kitcher go off now and just literally missed the turn in apex, heading down towards Foster's dip. He just ran it wide there, Davo, and that was an easy pass for both Pepperell and Leonage.
Oh yeah, just got off the end of the ripple strip there on the outside there on the entry, and literally had nothing. Just see what's going on in the background there. That is DeGraff, I think, getting past Gunstone as that was all unfolding there as well, J-Man. So, whew, so much going on.
No.
Time is ticking, and probably not quick enough for some of these boys. They're probably thinking, ah, it's going to end. But they've got well over 10 minutes yet to run here.
Antoon cops a drive through.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, he's been on the receiving end, and now he's on it in another 4. Okay, so let's have a look. Radford still to stop, which will give Will Brown the lead of this race, and he's got around 3 seconds over Rayhan, and what have we got? 11.5 minutes remaining. So there's the stats. I'll tell you what the numbers are. Brownie last time through was a 6.9. Rayhan was a 7.1.
Tell you what, Plucky.
No, he's not. He's a 6.5 to be the fastest lap of the race. So Rayhan has got the memo. It's time to push.
Plucky's done well here. Up 6 positions here.
Yep.
Obviously, Radford, we're just looking at the leaderboard graphic there, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously, we've got Dylan Radford up 17 positions, but unpitted, so that will obviously change. Brownie up 6, Leonard's up 7, Pepperell up 3. So Pepperell probably not performing again, J-Man, this week to his full abilities. Mackenzie down, Kitchen down, DeGraff up, and Gunston down, but Plucky J-Man up 6 positions. He's got to be my pick here tonight for a good solid drive. He really has tried to stay out of trouble, I think, tonight. I know he's had some ups and downs the last couple of weeks. Here he goes. He's having a good look at Gunston.
Okay, so as I mentioned, Rayhan went through with a 6.560 the last lap through, He backs it up with a 6.6 versus a 7.4, so that gap now has gone from 3 seconds to 2 seconds. And the whole meantime, it's inside a minute and a half since I called it last time, so there's 10 minutes remaining in this one, so there's plenty of time for Rehan to chase down the fellow Phoenix racing car, Will Brown.
Yeah, look, and highly likely too, J-Man, given Rehan's recent pace. I mean, seriously, the last 2 weeks, absolutely dominated both weekends, getting it done. Look, we watched the pre-race practice, J-Man. We can see the writing on the wall, and so we just watched Brownie there. Very sideways. You can see him feed it on. He car kicked, and then he just got off it, and then he fed it back on and kicked again. He knows Rehan's coming for him.
Yeah, and this is a big swing too. You know, points all tonight. Rehan obviously we've seen, you know, got a nice 1,420 points over Jensen Bade's 1,350, but Will Brown third in this title fight. 1,245. Jensen Bade recovering from what was a drive-through penalty with that incident we saw earlier is back down there, and I think around 19th position. So a little bit of a point swing here for race 2 towards that championship hunt there for Brownie as well. So irrespective if Rehan catches him and maybe gets the job done, we've seen how fair these guys play, all racing out of the same stable. Car setups are probably likely to be very, very similar, and they will put on a show for sure, but I'm pretty sure there'll be nothing untoward out there. Scotty McKenzie with a stellar drive race 2 here, Davo. He's got Russell Pepperell in the cross here, so he's doing a nice job as well.
Yeah, definitely, J-Man, and another, I think, just one of those guys that's sort of been improving throughout this season, particularly as is, I think, I've got to say, Callahan. Greenhall and Callahan as well, J-Man, both of those guys really bringing their A game in the Winter Series here. So nice work from both of those boys. Not too far back, Trent Bennett, Sir Trent Bennett, Heath Marn, J-Man. Now I saw this car in pre-race, thought it was doing a relatively good times, definitely caught my eye, but Oran maybe not liking, not to Heath's liking, and well, I wouldn't say he's languishing, but he's definitely top of the mid-pack here in 12th position over Turner. Turner is putting all kinds of pressure on Heath as we speak in the Auto FI car. J-Man.
Yeah, no, it does look fantastic. Now, my attention very much focusing on these final 6 3/4 minutes back to the front, Davo, because Rehan is backing up those times. So we saw a 7.3 plays a 6.8, and
let's get them best times up. Let's have a look.
Yeah, that's very much Rehan back in his rhythm again, and he's got to the back now, so you can see it there, 0.4 of a second, and he is right there. Be interested to see, he's got a really strong suit down there at turn 3, turn 4. We saw the pass on Russell Pepperell. The pace is a little quicker here at the front now, so he's going to have to go to work on Brownie.
Yeah, Brownie won't hand this to him, but you know, like Rehan just has the talent to just sort of get you offline, doesn't he? He just sort of like sets it up.
Yeah, just even there, half a car with Scheller at turn 12 there, gives himself lots of opportunity to pick up the throttle early.
And the Triple Eight car Brown does not look hooked up on the way out of that corner. That's sideways again there.
So here we go. So he'll look for a good drive offer here and make him think down here into 3. He might look down to the inside and go to the outside. Hold Brownie a little shallow. Look for the cutback here. Can he get the car down? No, Brownie.
Oh, he could definitely cut Brown shallow because he hasn't used all the road here. And again, but Brown, like this particular part of the track, he can be held shallow. He can't go anywhere. You can't do anything with it, J-Man. So Brown just rightly holding his line there, which is basically covering off the next two apexes. And then
Focus will shift now to turn 12, Davo. Can he get a nice run over the O'Brien dogleg and send it down the inside? He's probably not close enough this time. He'll set this up again, once again. Nice drive off the final turn.
Brown really did look after his tyre there.
Yep.
Got the drive. We've seen that car a little bit loose over the last couple of laps there. Very disciplined on the throttle there from Brown. Gets it sorted. He needed to do that. Leonards would have taken advantage in the blink of an eye with a slippery exit here. We've seen Leonards dip down there so quickly into 3 there throughout the night, and is unable to do it on Brown there. Brady's really got to keep his head here, doesn't he, J-Man?
And look, he's responded. He's responded, Brown. He's driving the car everywhere he needs to at the moment. And look, the pace is plateaued as per where Brownie is. So Rayhan turned up there with the ability to do 6.8s. Now they're doing 7.7s. Pepperell's doing 7.3s, but probably just a little bit too far back. We're going to run out of laps, just shy of 4 minutes remaining.
Yep. Go out of the roof cab. Ryan on Will Brown again. Definitely nails that throttle. Very disciplined on the exit there.
Bit of traffic coming up ahead this lap as well.
Just that proximity fixation that you get. He's got to be careful here as he comes up between one of the back. I think it's one of the extreme auto protection cars here, J-Man.
Yep.
Rian, and look, you'll probably see Rian just get off the back of him here a little bit, because he doesn't want to get tangled up in something if it goes awry. So just watch these boys. A little bit of space, we'll keep the pressure on, and there it is. Oh, Brown goes wide. Oh, in a really weird spot there. Rian.
Yes, that was Chris Thomas just trying to get out the way, but I tell you what, shook a little spice on what was already pretty hectic. And, 2.5 minutes remaining. So we're going to see these guys transit another couple of times here. So time is running out. And look, there is lots of good battles going on in the background. I can tell you that Mandela Pluck is through on Gunstone. But Gunstone looking for some overlap, chasing him down the front straight to the inside. Not prepared to give this one up.
Oh, and very aggressive on the turn in through the kink. Down into the braking area. Look what's going on in the front there with Dion and Noah Kitcher as well, J-Man. So plenty going. And no love lost. Look in the background here. Callahan, Trent Bennett, Heath Marn, still going at it. That mid-pack is healthy, J-Man. We need to get back at the top though.
Rayhan, half a chance for turn 12. He's super close. Right, it's not there.
It's all about Brown's
He's just
exit
good.
here. Brown is like literally, a little bit of a snaggy slip there.
So it'll be this one and one more. So 2 to go, Davo. Only just though, I might add. It's going to be tight. And the whole time this is going on, Russell Pepperell is actually closing this gap down because the pace has fallen off with these guys battling. They were 107.9, 107.8. Pepperell still banking those 7.3s. Rayhan super close now.
Picking up on a little bit what's going on in the background there, ladies and gentlemen, with Plucky
in the graph.
There is no love lost here. Like you said, J-Man, this is actually going to be very, very close. We've got 25 seconds here. Oran,
yeah, they're going to get
here
through.
we go. They're going to run another lap here.
Yep, 100%. And Rayhan will be begging for it. This will be the attack lap for him. But like you mentioned, De Graaf Mandela Pluck, that is going on. Kitcher under threat now because De Graaf is coming on strong at the back end of this one. And super sideways out of turn 12.
Who said that in the pit? Kitchen in the pits. What? Mind blown. Just immediately.
What was that?
What was that all about?
Yeah, what was that? That's a fuel issue. It has to be. And Rehan right on the back now of Will Brown as they head up over the Yokohama Bridge for the last time. He is right there, full attacking. No, he's only got an option at 12 if he can get the run over the dog leg.
Go, Will Brown. You have got this. We are relentless, J-Man.
Full attack mode. This is teammates at the finest. Full respect. Rehan has a big look. Makes him think about it. Gets up there, no more. It's going to be about the drive traction out of here. It's going to be a drag race down to the finish.
Are you serious?
Brownie gets...
Wow. How close is that with Russell Pepperell in the background?
Yeah, that's awesome. That is awesome.
Oh, Scott McKenzie. But how are these boys? Look at that lot. Those three. I tell ya.
And look at this. Pluck, De Graaf, Gunstone, all in tow. Blake Greenhall not too far away from that as well. Picks himself up in 8th position.
Oh, no, he's won. Unforced round. He backs the thing across the line. I tell ya.
Epic. Epic.
Next level. Oh, whoa. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations, Will Brown, as he celebrates with a damn fine skid there, actually. Go, Brownie. And worth it. Oh, he will be so G'd up, J-Man. That went down a while.
Yeah, 100%. And look, he's got a bit in his pocket as far as championship points, and that was a nice little haul for Brownie as well. We talked about, you know, what it'd mean even if he did get second, but he did a beautiful job in defending Rehan there. And we've seen these boys. That's 2 weeks in a row now where we've seen the GAMAFLARE Phoenix Racing boys just going at it. Triple Eight as well. So good stuff. And I tell you what.
Okay, so we've just popped the points back up on the screen there. So just that Brownie was a great win there, J-Man. But we're just looking at it. So he's third over Jensen Bay, or under Jensen Bay there. So good points all, because Bay was well down in that field of cars there. So nice work.
Yep. Anyway, I better grab one of these boys from the waiting room, because we don't want them to, you know, unload all the emotions between them. We want to get the raw feeling straight up here. So we'll grab Russell Pepperell straight away, racing from P3 here tonight. Russell, you got us on comms?
G'day, how's it going?
Oh, mate, we were just absolutely treated to a true classic supercar spectacle here at Oran Park, especially race to the back end. You got a box front row seat for the finale of that one, and I tell you what, a lot going on, mate. Tell me the heart rate's not up after that one.
I was hanging out back there just egging them on, going, please kill each other. Please, let me be Stephen Bradbury.
They were working on it. They were working on it.
Hey, look,
Yeah,
nice showing again tonight, mates. And look, a good points haul. We were sort of just saying, you know, like it's been a couple of times throughout the season now. We've probably not seen you at what we know that you can deliver. But I tell you what, tonight really was a nice little turnaround there. You know, raced yourself back into it and looked like you really were up there. And those boys are racing pretty hard. And the lap times for the last 4 laps, yeah, you were definitely pulling them back by easily half a second at times there. So was a great battle from your perspective, mate, and a brilliant night of racing.
Yeah, thanks. I thought I did some good work early, but post pit stop, I had maybe 1 or 2 pretty poor laps, and I think that was the difference between me being where I was and sort of being in that scrap. So
yeah,
right,
yeah,
things to improve on, eh?
Oh, always, mate, always. And look, you know, what are these things like to wrestle around here? Obviously, you know, always pretty, you know, some off-cambered corners and pretty sketchy. You know, it's not the widest racetrack in the world. And pretty hard work out there pedaling one of these things, Russell?
Oh, it's tough work, mate. You kind of gotta dance the thing from apex to apex, and there's no grip, everything's off camber, there's bumps all over the place, it's up, down, and this way and that way. And you're just sort of trying to hang on and wrestle the thing around.
Yeah, good stuff, mate. Well, that's awesome. Hey, look, congrats on tonight. Was a fantastic result that really had us entertained in the back end as well, Russell. So as always, mate, if you want to give the good people that support Russell Pepperell a shout out, mate, go right ahead.
Of course. Give a shout out to the boys at Trans-Tasman Racing, SimRigs, VRS, of course you guys for doing such a great job on the broadcast. Thank you.
Awesome, mate. And look, don't be a stranger. We expect to talk to you again soon because, mate, drives like that we know you're good for. So well done, Russell.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.
There you go, Davo. Russell Pepperell. Next one up. We sort of frequently got this guy last in on the night, or first if we reverse the order. But I tell you what, he goes 1-2 tonight and put on a hell of a show with one of the team cars. Rehan, you got us on comms?
Yes.
Mate, fantastic drive tonight. Really showed us the pace in race one. And look, before I forget, I've just got to applaud you on the consistent 106.8s that I could see. It looked like that was the target delta tonight for comfort race pace, and that is truly impressive. Was that the number?
Yeah, I was sort of just trying to stay in the sixes, and then pace just stayed, more consistent than I thought it would. So it was good to just, keep banging out those good laps. Obviously that helped build the gap in race one, and race two I really needed that. Otherwise I wouldn't have been able to take it to Will at the end. But he had a good race, so well done to him.
Yeah. Now look, I think power pass of the race for me would probably be the second lap that you had a crack on Russell Pepperell. You looked for one option the lap before, and then sized him up the next one. He was slightly wide down into three, and you picked his pocket down the inside. Tried to go the outside way the lap before, Rehan. I'm not sure if you can remember, but it was a beautifully set up move, and had to overcome a 3-second gap up to Brownie from that point. And I thought that was indicative of the drive after the fact. Yeah, you would have been happy with that pass, no doubt.
Yeah, I knew Russell would fight hard as he always does. He's not going to back down to a fight. So also well done to him on the podium. It was good battling with him and some of the other guys as well. But yeah, ultimately I think it was quite hard to pass tonight, but I think we had just enough that it made it a bit easier in the end there.
And I reckon, just on reflection, mate, if the boys had to put one more wrap or one more coat of paint on the front right of that car in the final turn with Brownie, mate, there might have been contact, but you guys did a beautiful job to get down there with a bit of overlap and drag race it out to the end. We really appreciate that. How confident were you poking it down there on the last lap?
Well, I saw him go a little wide in the previous few laps, but I was a bit too cautious to send it, and then I thought, it's last lap. As long as I can keep it clean, I'll try go for it. He obviously opened up the wheel a bit. He doesn't want to get turned around last corner, whether he comes first or second. That's better than having an incident. But yeah, it was a good battle last few laps, and nice drag race to the finish.
Yeah, beautiful stuff, mate. Had us on the edge of our seats, as were our viewers as well, mate. But hey, look, fantastic performance once again. Go 1-2 for the night, and obviously just extend that championship lead once again. So heading out of round 7 into 8, starting to get quite comfortable out there at Rehan. And look, mate, always a pleasure and always an opportunity to shout out the good sponsors and supporters behind you, mate. Thank you.
Yeah, I'd like to thank GAMAFLARE, Matchfit Entertainment, the Broadcasting Lounge, Sky TV Channel 83, Hybrid Racing Simulations, obviously the Phoenix guys for putting in the work this week. I didn't put in a whole lot, so thank you to those guys. Obviously Russell for the good battle, Will for the battle at the end there and the win, and you guys for putting on the show.
Cheers, mate. Legend. Absolute brilliant performance once again for Rehan. Cheers, mate. Talk to you again soon.
Thank you very much.
So there you go. That is Rehan. But cue the man that had the job to do, and his nerve didn't break right down to the end. Brownie, you got us on comms?
Yeah, how you doing today?
Mate, we applaud you. That was such a fantastic battle. I thought, I just took it to Rehan there, and I said to him if there was one more wrap or coat of paint on the front right of that car, you guys were sure to make contact. But, man, you really tidied up. Davo picked up on it that final turn with about 3 laps to go. Your focus on your exit there was a catalyst, I think, to defending against the hard-charging Rehan. But beautiful night's racing, mate. Talk to us about the heart rate and everything that led up to that point. Obviously got a nice clean start and worked your way through, and then obviously great pit stop as well.
Yeah, was pretty clean the whole way. And yeah, like exactly what you're saying, really focused on cleaning up all the exits to just minimize how many opportunities he'd get to try and get a run on me. Last corner in particular, where it's if he hasn't already thrown a dive, just taking a bit later apex, just getting a bit more, give myself a bit better opportunity to get the drive out of the corner. Definitely felt like it was helping anyway. And yeah, strategy played out beautifully. It's a really hard pass track, so taking 2 tires to try and get a bit of a jump. The main thought was just trying to clear the bulk of the pack, but it looks like it just cleared everyone, and yeah, I was just able to try and run with it.
Yeah, no, it was really, really, your timing was perfect, and I know how hard you guys work during the week, and obviously setups wise, you're competing against, the best in the business, and obviously they're right there with you during the week, and come race day, you guys fight hard, but you fight fair, and I think we saw that right down to that drag race at the last lap off the final corner. I think it was great spectacle for Supercars NZ, and also yourself and the team. And look, fantastic performance, mate. Really stoked for you. Davo was certainly cheering. He was on the edge of his seats rooting for you, mate.
Yeah.
So
Will Brown fan here, right here.
Yeah, hard out, definitely. So hey, look, congrats, Brownie. That was unbelievable drive, well deserved, mate. And as always, mate, a great opportunity to shout out all your sponsors and supporters.
Yeah, big thanks to sponsors: 888 Excavation and Landscaping, Hybrid Racing Simulations, GAMAFLARE, DHF Tires, RSW Graphics, Aramex Heatherton, Bubbles and Balloons, Phoenix Driver Development, the team for the work putting in to build the setup, Rehan for racing me fair and hard and giving me what was an absolutely breathtaking last couple of laps, and yeah, SCNZ for putting on the race, and you guys at Matchfit for putting on the broadcast.
Yeah, awesome, mate. Well, look, you get to go and relive it, Brownie, because I tell you what, you got plenty of TV time tonight, mate, and deservedly so. So thanks for the chat, Brownie, and we'll talk again soon. Cheers, mate.
Cheers, have a good night.
Cheers. There you go. Will Brown takes the sweets in race 2, Davo. Sorry, I've probably run you a little bit short on the timer, mate, but I'll let you wrap it up, and thanks to everyone for watching.
Look, thanks to everybody, all our Matchfit Entertainment YouTube viewers and Sky 80 viewers, Sky 83 Face TV viewers, for bearing with us. And yes, J-Man, nothing I'm not used to, running us along on the broadcast. Thank you, everybody involved. Thank you again for joining us for the SCNZ 2026 V8 Supercars Winter Series Round 7 at Oran Park. It was awesome. Next week is somewhere else, so join us again. Hell, why not? Bye for now.